Okay, so making the rounds on X today, we've got a really awful op-ed from the Washington Post from author Shadi Hamid, who's asking the question, why do Muslims need to be like everyone else? A case against assimilation. Do you want to hear some low points? Because I've got some low points. This really is a masterclass in the let me tell you about your country meme by a guy who's literally arguing with people on Twitter and saying that they don't understand what it means to constitutionally be an American. We do actually get that. We do actually get that, Shoddy. But here's my favorite low point. He says, practicing Muslims, despite being repeatedly asked to, can't disavow Sharia even if they wanted to. The Sharia includes guidelines on how to pray, fast, and otherwise observe what it means to submit to God in daily practice. So can we take that one to the bank then? You guys can't disavow Sharia, therefore you can't assimilate, which is, of course, why you're making the argument that you shouldn't have to in the first place. Also states in quotes that Muslims are significantly more religious and observant than the rest of the American population. Is this a problem? No. Republicans are also significantly more religious than the overall population, and we don't ask them to assimilate. No, really, he really wrote that. And then promptly started telling off anyone who has a problem with it. Did I mention that this guy's also born here? Yeah, there's also that. I'm going to take seriously your admission, Mr. Hamid, that you can't disavow Sharia, neither can any Muslim living in the United States. I'm going to reject your relativism on the point that Republicans should have to assimilate. You don't ask the founding stock of a country, which frankly a lot of Republicans are, to assimilate. You don't ask the foundational religion of the entire civilization, including this country, to assimilate to what it already is. It's ridiculous. It's an absurdity to even put that in print, and that's why he did it. This is rage bait of the first order. Okay, so this guy wants to make a case against assimilation while insulting Americans. That's fine. In fact, keep talking. You're actually proving everyone's points for them, especially regarding Sharia law. But you don't get to complain then when Americans come at you about everything from Sharia law to Islamic history and how it hasn't exactly treated Christians very well, to the origins of that history right there in the Quran that says that the kuffar, the infidel, the non-Muslims should be fought until they convert or submit and willingly pay a tax, Quran 929. You don't just get to, I guess he just did, write in a bunch of beliefs and practices that are fundamentally un-American and in many cases anti-American. It's just another case of assimilation. Who needs it? But he did, while pontificating from his column at the Washington Post, a position most Americans that he clearly disdains could never even hold. Yeah, I'm going to make the counter case as somebody whose family has contributed a heck of a lot to this country, including some foundational documents that you do have to assimilate. Otherwise, you can just leave.